在泸州很多年轻人的生活，它其实真的是很困难。
In today's society, many young people face severe life difficulties. For instance, in our small county, almost none of the young people here have cars, houses, or savings. Some post-90s still need to rely on their parents' support. Most post-90s face immense pressure in terms of employment and savings. Among my friends, almost none have any savings. In the current social environment, there are daily temptations such as car loans, mortgages, daily living expenses, and purchasing luxury goods. These things invisibly consume our wealth. However, we can look at the issue from another angle. Savings are not just numbers, they are your accumulated assets over time. Having savings can bring you a sense of security and confidence and help you understand the importance of money. Although the process of accumulating savings is long and arduous, as long as we keep striving and growing, if we can break the situation of having zero savings as the first step, it is already a remarkable achievement.
35岁辞职显老，60岁退休。
The current employment environment in society is indeed very severe. Over 11 million university graduates are considered too many, while over 9 million newborns are considered too few. Being fired at 35 because you are considered too old, and retiring at 60 but still being considered too young. This is the current job market. In the second half of the year, nearly 12 million university graduates will join the job-seeking army. They are cheap and able to endure hardships. Undergraduates are everywhere, but it is difficult to find technical engineers. You can see that at least 30% of the office buildings are vacant, while 40 or 50 million job postings are published on recruitment software every month. Looking up, you see a prosperous city. Looking down, you see dilapidated urban villages. Every morning, the subway is crowded with tired young people and energetic elderly people. Today's university students no longer dream of a monthly salary of 3,500 yuan, because a monthly salary of 2,800 yuan is becoming a reality. The security guards in the residential communities are becoming younger, as no one wants to take a detour. The old saying goes, if you are old and cannot find a job, become a security guard. It is no longer rare for graduate students to deliver food, and ride-hailing drivers are being replaced by driverless technology. A few positions are highly competitive, while most jobs only offer low-paid cheap labor. Even for the most ordinary jobs, you need to go through layers of selection. If you have no resources or background, you will definitely experience a period of confusion when you first enter society. Many people still believe that young people in China cannot endure hardships and cannot put aside their pride. The main issue is that no matter how hard they try now, many people see no hope.
上学的时候，老师问我们的理想。
When I was in school, the teacher asked us about our dreams. Some classmates said they wanted to be scientists, some wanted to be doctors, and some wanted to be teachers. My only dream was to work as a laborer. At that time, my classmates laughed at me, and the teacher said I would not amount to much. A few days ago, there was a small class reunion. When we talked about everyone's current situation, we found out that I was the only one whose dream had come true.
There is a new saying among young people in China. Live well, every day brings new blows. Difficulties may be delayed, but they will not be absent. Sometimes, if you don't give it a try, you won't know what despair really means. Are you tired every day? It's because you are trapped in life every day. There is nothing you can't imagine, only things you can't achieve. Those insurmountable difficulties are because your legs are short, but it doesn't matter. God closed a window for me, maybe also a door, placed a dog, and locked the door. Do you think you are at the lowest point in your life? Not at all. Believe in yourself, you still have more room to fall. Although it sounds humorous, it indeed reflects the helplessness and bitterness of young people in modern China.
红灯一变啊，9块，妈，9块钱一个小时。
花一个小时啊，全部都是6块啊！现在行情今年都不好做，全部都是6块，我们爱收不多，全部都是6块。
我们所有的工价都是统一10块钱打到你们的工资卡里面。如果你有谁承诺过你们有差价的，可以现在站出来。听明白没有？
最近暑假工啊，千万不要来广州。
Recently, those who want to do summer jobs, do not come to Guangzhou, especially kids who are 16 or 17 years old. If you come, you won't be able to get a job. This also includes students under 23 years old, as factories are also checking the flow, and now it is impossible to arrange jobs. Recently, I've seen too many students coming in batches, but they are all stranded at the factory gates and can't get jobs. In the end, you'll have to go home. Do not believe in those jobs that pay 28 yuan per hour or 300 yuan a day, as they simply don't exist. If you fall for such scams, you won't find a job, but you'll end up spending a lot of money on clothes, training fees, medical exams, and in the end, you'll still have to go home. Our factory's summer job positions are basically full, and there aren't many suitable positions available. Finally, I advise everyone to stay at home and be honest to avoid being scammed.
Mr. Wang Hongshen, the founder of Skyworth Group, recently revealed that in today's society, a monthly income of less than 5,000 yuan is commonplace. Much of the poverty is the result of certain designs. The income of food delivery workers and ride-hailing drivers has long been set by algorithms. No matter how hard the delivery workers and drivers work, their hourly income is always close to 30 yuan. If you suddenly get lucky and receive a big order worth 200 yuan, then on your return trip, you are likely not to receive any orders. If you receive many orders in the morning, the number of orders you receive in the afternoon will be very few. This is because the distribution mechanism of society will not let you starve, but it will also not let you eat too much.
Is a monthly income close to 5,000 yuan considered high? You mentioned that China has a population of 1.4 billion people. How many of them have a monthly income exceeding 5,000 yuan? In fact, many people believe that a monthly income above 5,000 yuan is quite normal, as the cost of living is extremely high now. If our monthly income is below 5,000 yuan, it seems somewhat abnormal. Online, we often see many people earning over 10,000 yuan a month. If your monthly salary is below 5,000 yuan, you might feel left behind. Those who frequently read news online might think that a monthly income below 10,000 yuan is something embarrassing to admit. Including street interviews, where we see many post-2000s graduates who have millions in savings within a few years of graduating. On social media, whenever income is discussed, it seems like everyone has achieved financial freedom. But is money really that easy to earn? Clearly not. Some people have caught the right opportunities and earned their first pot of gold, but most young people maintain a monthly income of just a few thousand yuan through regular jobs. For example, in many cities, a monthly salary of 5,000 yuan, if accompanied by social security contributions, is considered high. Of course, there is also an opinion that in third and fourth tier cities, the average monthly income of workers is generally below 5,000 yuan, which is likely. In first and second tier cities, due to the high cost of living, if a worker's income does not reach 5,000 yuan, it is difficult to support a family. Therefore, in big cities, many workers' incomes should be above 5,000 yuan. However, there are also many people in big cities who do not earn 5,000 yuan a month, such as security guards, cleaners, or some frontline service industry employees, including bank clerks. If they fail to meet their performance targets, their monthly salary might only be 3,000 to 4,000 yuan. So, is a monthly salary of 5,000 yuan considered high? According to the 2023 statistics, the national per capita disposable income is 35,000 yuan, with an average monthly income of 2,990 yuan. But the average income figure has some water, due to income disparity. Data shows that 600 million people in China have a monthly income below 1,000 yuan. The personal income tax threshold is 5,000 yuan, with 130 million people meeting this standard, accounting for less than 10% of the population. Many rural residents do not have stable jobs, so their income level is understandably low. In reality, although a monthly income of 5,000 yuan is somewhat difficult to support a family, it is not easy to reach this level. Therefore, do not be misled by the online figures showing an average income exceeding 10,000 yuan.
Recently, in Xiamen, a small restaurant called Shui Shui Xian, in order to attract customers, the owner reached an agreement with nearby taxi drivers. As long as the driver brought customers to eat, they would be rewarded with 5 to 20 yuan. However, not long after, this practice was reported. The Ximing District Market Supervision Administration in Xiamen issued a fine to this small restaurant, determining that this behavior was bribery, and imposed a fine of 1 million yuan. On July 16, the authorities confirmed that this incident was indeed true. The Market Supervision Bureau stated that although the penalty notice had been issued, if the business owner had objections, they could apply for a review. So we can't help but ask, what is the basis for the 1 million yuan fine? The Ximing District Market Supervision Administration stated that it was inconvenient to disclose at the moment. The owner of Shui Xian said that he was preparing to appeal, as the small restaurant couldn't even make 200,000 yuan a year, and this fine was equivalent to 5 years of hard work. There are many similar incidents. For example, a 74-year-old individual business owner was fined 50,000 yuan for selling a bottle of expired wine worth 78 yuan. In Fujian, someone was fined 100,000 yuan for reselling celery with excessive pesticide residues, making a profit of 14 yuan. Construction vehicles carrying mud on the road were fined 40,000 yuan. The contrast between the minor nature of these violations and the high fines is stark. Empathizing and thinking from their perspective, they indeed made mistakes and should be fined, but law enforcement that only focuses on severity without considering human compassion cannot convince the fined parties nor gain public approval. Regarding the issue of the small restaurant being fined 1 million yuan for letting taxi drivers bring customers, is this penalty too heavy? Should it be fined? How much should the fine be? These should all be justified and based on reason, not arbitrary. Even if law enforcement has the power, it cannot act willfully.